because this is some wild stuff here. You telling me that the woman that's pretending to be a Cassie or something like that, it's all a game because there's no Cassie. There's no such thing. This is an old lady that is a con artist, been a con artist, and what makes it so weird is that one of the commenters on the Suge calls that they were getting, they said that Reggie Wright Sr. was dating Keefe D's mother. And also Reggie Wright Sr. used to come over to our house because our house was right on the corner in Caldwell, on the corner. And he used to sit there and talk to my mother. My mother would always talk about how she wanted to become work at the morgue. So I assume he was a police then back in '69 as well. And Reggie Wright Jr. would walk home with my brother, my older brother, who's 2.5 years older than me. So I wasn't in school yet. So we would be all sitting around. I would be sitting around with them. Uh, and my mother would be in the kitchen. And for some reason, she just had a feeling that he was not going to get her a job. He wasn't going to help her get a job with the city. You telling me that Keefe D's mother was, that Reggie Wright Sr. was going over to Keefe D's mother house, and Keefe D had put so much harm onto my family. Why in the world? And also, let me tell you something else. Hello, thank you, chapstick, for you. Thank you. And I want to ask you something else. That proves that their whole family, these 6 and 7 brothers and sisters, were all on that street doing nothing. You know, taking people's lives, taking their identity. When my mom's funeral went on, somebody broke in our house and stole some clothes and stuff. And this girl walking around here now with them, one of their family members. Some ugly people. They hard to look at, I'm telling you. They real hard to look at. That's why I'm so shocked that they were going around those people and they were police officers. And I was wondering, I'm like, Keefe D and all of them, and Lonnie Franklin Jr., he would come over there. And I was wondering, why are these people coming over to our house? And, I didn't think nothing of it, that they were boys, because my brother was there. One of my brothers, not my oldest one that got killed. He was never there. But the other one was always there. So I didn't think anything of it. But then they start coming when just my sisters was there. And I'm like, this don't make sense. Then they would leave and leave the door open and stuff, and I have to close the door. I'm 4 years old, mind you. And I wouldn't have never thought that all this time that this Reggie Wright Sr. knew exactly where Keefe D lived. I would not have believed it. God is my witness. I would not have believed it. And I definitely did not believe that this woman, Cassie, is anything other than an older lady that's putting pictures on the internet, and she feels she can do anything she wants because she deals with the police. And he's so, in tune with the city people and stuff like that. They got somebody named Peter McGuire. They just caught him. He had a girl kidnapped in his house in Orange County, and she looked like she flipping around here trying to get him out. And he got like 17 charges for each month or something like that the girl was in his care. And he was putting her to sleep and messing her up. And they trying to normalize it here. Like, that's normal for somebody to be assaulted so many times over a 6-month period. And they think it's okay, for that person to come free again. What? You know what? You guys better investigate these LAPD, because I'm telling you, dude was at my door. Y'all better investigate them. Don't let that man been going and doing that for a long time. He ain't just start. And all them girls was coming up missing. The one that died and got killed on the freeway, and was on the 110 freeway. Somebody shot her and put her there. I'm telling you, pretty girl. This girl was pretty. And they shot her and left her on the freeway. And you see they don't have they ain't found the person that did it, because you know why? It ain't nothing but one family that's doing that. It's only one family that's doing that. And the only ones that hang around little girls and little boys. I mean, youngsters. I'm talking about 15, 16-year-olds trying to groom them. Like the so-called Cassie is doing Diddy. Same thing. You know, it's just crazy. Like, how in the world does a person not see what's going on? They don't want to see that they should have been arrested. This lady, she done went and made a whole channel of her and who God knows who else made a whole big old scene about Diddy and all this stuff. All of a sudden, the police is raiding all of his homes. That's somebody in the police department that's putting them up to that. You know, that's making them uh do Diddy like that. Diddy ain't got time for that. You see, he wasn't even there. They had been watching his son. They called the police on his son, and they will call the police on you. They'll call the police and what do you call that? SWAT your house. They'll do that in a minute. I'm talking about SWAT you. Oh, somebody I heard, I've been in over there and she had a gun. You know, they'll do stuff like that. So you guys be aware of them. That Cassie is a fraud. That woman is an old lady. She is not no 30-year-old woman. She thinks she got it made because she may have had her sister had kids with Reggie Wright Jr. or seniors, them whatever. But he used to sit up in our house. And she walked in. She was one of my mother's softball on the softball team with my mother. I saw a picture of this woman that was on a softball team, about four other women and my mother in college. And the picture, I was trying to get the picture. The person would not give me the picture. I'm like, send me a copy of this picture so I could show people. They on the picture is three women. Is one person that's a woman that dresses like a woman, but she's a man. And I knew it when I seen the picture. I said, that's a man. Excuse me. I'm telling you guys, they have been a whole cult. I don't think they was using their correct names. And I'm sure a lot of you know who I'm talking about. They weren't using their right names in the college. You know, so we'll never be able to find out who they are. They probably had off some people then. I know for a fact they had something to do with Martin Luther King. I mean, not Martin Luther King. Marvin Gaye's death. They had something to do with who else was there? Aretha Franklin's father's death. You know, all the men mostly are locked up, so I ain't even worried about them. That's the reason why I'm telling you guys, because all of them is locked up except like the girls or the chicks. Just a whole lot of different things, and then they'll put something else on the internet. Oh, his father did this, his father did that. No, his father didn't do it, because I was passing. I recorded with Marvin Gaye. Then I turned around, was driving past their house one day, and I talked to his father. But I was driving past their house one day, and I saw the same person that's on the picture with my mother and that other dude that was the Inglewood school person. He was an Inglewood teacher. I saw them moving the piano out of the house. Okay. What's so weird is that the piano was moved previously, and I was 18. The piano that Marvin Gaye played on, it was previously over where I lived when we were in my father's house when I was 12 years old. Oh, they don't like this because I know they watching. It was there when my mother's cousin Charles, you know, Bone Thug's uncle, he got killed. It was at that house. He used to play the piano, and he is my great aunt, who is my grandfather's sister's only child. They killed him, and they ended up with the piano again because it was at the house 6 years, 7 years later, taking it out of Marvin Gaye's house. You know, So I know, and I know the police has something to do with them constantly getting away with all this stuff. I know they do. You know, it's just it's no it is no what do you call it? No kind of, you know what? And stop using these bots, please. Because I know a bot when I see one. And I wanted to say, I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, these people, crooks. Cassie, a fraud. My mother's name is Carrie. They had one woman that live here now. She was in Illinois. I walked by she working in the mayor's office. She done told somebody out there that a policeman out there in Illinois. Oh, yeah, my name is Blue. They call me Blue, and I'm like, Blue. And I'm like, I walk on. I say, wait a minute, Blue. That's my mother's um um part of my mother's maiden name, Blewett. So I'm like, because that's why they call me Blueberry Johnson. So I said, that sounds like that woman is trying to be funny or something. Because why would you use the name Blue at a mayor's office? I go back by and come to find out this lady in there using my mother's name. They put her in jail. They put her in jail. And I'm talking about that. And she had been swatting my apartment with me and my 13-year-old daughter there. I'm walking home from the store. I'm looking at the police is all at my house. Come to find out they are trying to arrest me. Talking about a man been at my door with a gun. First of all, I just moved here. How do I know anybody? You know, how do I know anybody there? Anybody here? And I'm telling you, this is probably Keefe D's mother. This probably that Cassie that's using my mother's name. That's probably Keefe D's mother. That what you call it? Them used to deal with, because my mother didn't want him. My mother already had a boyfriend. She comes to my mother's shoulder. That tells you why all these men came up on my mother when my brother then was gone and my sister then was gone, and we were 4 years old and 6 years old. So that ought to tell you what kind of person they are. You come up on a woman that's got 2 little kids laying right next to her, and 3 old dudes gonna do it, and both of them in jail. One of them is in jail for raping a 10-year-old that he got pregnant. Yeah, he ain't never getting out. He in North Carolina under a different name. He ain't never getting out of jail. Finally. That's the same man my dad shot 9 times. And he's still walking around. And the same one that attacked my mother on the way home from work. Now, mind you, Reggie Wright Jr. Sr. is sitting in our living room with his friend. My mother is in the kitchen because she like, bring me that application. You know, he waiting on his kid. My mama waiting on her kid to come home from school. She like, bring me that application so I could fill it out at least. And he never brought the application. But what's so weird is that I was getting ready to tell you guys something, I forgot it. He's sitting in the living room, and the kids would come around the corner at the school, and I was 4 years old, and I knew that it was somebody, it was criminals around there. I was 4, and I knew. So don't tell me that the police did not know. I was 4, about 3 feet tall, and I knew. So, good and well, if I was 4 at 3 feet, that they knew. And they was messing with these old dirty women and all these kids and stuff. So I wanted to tell y'all that. It was something else I wanted to tell you, but and our family, we were one of the best families. And I'm gonna tell you who the other best families, and they were one of the worst families. They were the only worst families. How in the world were they on those streets? And so was the Silvers. The Silvers lived down the street from us. I mean, way at the other end of the street from us. We lived on one side. We was one of the best families. Only thing, my brother was a teenager. He drink every now and then, but he wasn't smoking drugs. And my and the Silvers lived the other way down on the other side of the street. All them kids. So I wanted to tell y'all that was crazy. And that all these little tell Cassie to get herself on the internet then, dude. If you think I'm lying. If you think I'm lying, you tell her to show her face and make a video. Show her face without a filter and make a video. You're gonna see an 80-year-old woman. Joe Black. Don't be stupid. Ain't nobody stupid. I hung around that girl. I thought she was my age until I looked at her. I said, wait a minute, she looked like she trying to pretend like she want to forget, you know, how my life was. Why would I hang around somebody that want to forget how my life is? My mother was killed right in front of me. I'm never going to forget that. I'll never forget it. Till everybody gone. You guys can ask me a question about that Compton. Somebody got a bot going. Joe Black, why don't you add to my live since you know so much? He's a weakling. He's a weakling. You think just because you know a police, and I know you got about 100 different channels. You think because you got a 100 different channels, you can sit up and talk about somebody? You can't talk about me, baby. What, you idiots? I don't care what you talking about. I'll look better than you'll ever look. And that goes for your mama and your sister. And any baby you're going to make. Now, you have a good day. Yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know what these people problem is. They sitting up here talking about me, honey. You can't talk about me. Everybody in my family pretty. Birdhead, whatever you are on there. Everybody in my family pretty, baby. The boys too. And you a slut. Anyway, that's what I want to tell you guys because yeah, it ain't no such thing as no Cassie. There's no Cassie. And I can't believe that Reggie Wright Sr. and Jr. would be dealing with somebody that's using my mother's name. It really ain't that serious, y'all. It really ain't that serious. Because I wouldn't have my kids, my mama especially, using nobody's name. They using my mama name. Cassie, Carrie. They were using my mother's name. They were walking around here using my name in Illinois. They walk up, Rhonda. I'm like, dude was like, oh, no, when I come up with my name. And that woman come up to my mother's shoulder. My mother was 5'9", 5'10". This lady is like 5'6", 5'1.5", something like that. All her sisters is about the same height. Ain't none of them taller than that. And I try to be nice to them. I tried growing up being nice to these people like it was nothing. They showed me no compassion at all. Now all of a sudden they all up in here. Like, dude, get away. If you show no compassion, why would I want to even be around you? Then they want to act like are we going to go get what we thinking you was supposed to be having. They thought I was supposed to have all of this, beautiful stuff because my father was an Air Force veteran and he flew planes and things like that. They was like, oh, she gonna have all this stuff. No, I went and got an education and then turned around and got a clearance on my education, baby. I bet you've never even been to school. But like I said, But like I said, so today I had a good day. I wrote the lyrics finally for my song that I had did with Biggie Smalls, Get Money, because I couldn't remember it, you know, for so long here I couldn't remember it, and I thought it was like it really wasn't important, you know, if somebody already had the song. But I heard the other day on the radio that um they would start off with with Biggie's song on there, which goes to show they got somebody that ain't even supposed to be on the internet still got songs, and the only person that had that song was Sharif the Knight, you know, and probably Reggie Wright Senior, Junior. I mean, so, but they have a split. What do you call a split? A split it of. They have Biggie going first, and then it has me on there for like 2 lines, and then they go to this real nasty version of Get Money. And I was like, I'm gonna have them take it down, but you know what, I'm not gonna even claim it. What I did was I wrote down my lyrics and I copyrighted it, so they can have that dirty nasty song, because Biggie's words are on there, even though they spliced it and all that stuff. They can have that song with just 3 or 4 lyrics, because I wrote down every lyric that I have that I wrote and recorded, and I copyrighted it. Paid for the copyright and everything today. So you're just jealous. Whoever you are, you need to get a life, old, wrinkled up old lady. Cause I know who you are. Or you might be a man and a lady. I don't know. But and you're a bot. A nothing but a bot. Now get a life, loser. Yeah. I bet you won't come and say it in my face. I bet that. But I wanted to let you guys know that I'm getting ready to get off of here because losers. Oh. I wrote it. I haven't recorded it yet. I was gonna go to the studio and record it, but I hadn't. My back had been messed up. I had an accident, so I'm getting better little by little, and studios come to me with just my voice, you know, and I'm gonna make sure I upload it, the recording on there. You guys gonna love it. It was really sweet. I was young then. I was like 22 years old, had my first daughter, you know, and who is very well taken well care of. She's a college professor. So this loser. How about you go to the doctor? How about you go? Matter of fact, I'll pay for it. Weirdo. So I wanted to tell you guys that. That's all I wanted to tell you guys. You know, that I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, and it just did not seem right. You know, are you a uneducated person? Because you keep saying the same thing over and over. You have no goodness. You don't see nothing good in me. Well, then you know what? You just look like an uneducated fool. You got all this time. I want to see how. Matter of fact, y'all can go on and leave. I'm gonna sit up here and look Joe Black in his face and see how long he gonna comment. See how long this bot got. Thank you guys for watching my channel. I'm right here, 5303 Stonehaven Drive, Yorba Linda. You know where I am, because you right here with me. And you need to stop using people's identity just because you know a police or two. That don't mean nothing. Because all you doing is getting people in trouble, and they too stupid to know it. And you ain't worth the time that they took to make you. So They gonna try to make you somebody else, and then you mad at me. No, I don't need no help. I've been myself all these years, baby. You're the one need help. You call yourself Joe, and you're a woman, or you're a man that wants to be a woman. You got your nerve talking about somebody. Excuse yourself and excuse your life.